Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back, my friends. So, with the full Burning Crusade being about 1 week away, I decided to create a quick guide to the Burning Crusade reputations. To those who may not know, faction reputations in the Burning Crusade is going to be extremely important. It will be needed for a wide range of benefits, from rare mounts to unique gear to prestigious recipes and even pets. In other words, you want it, and those who neglect it or don't know which rep to go after will fall behind. So without further ado, I bring to you the Burning Crusade Reputations Rundown. So in the Burning Crusade, there are 20 new and different factions that offer or rather require you to gain reputation with them. In return, they will reward you with unique and lavish gifts, well, ability to buy the lavish gifts with other currency. Nothing is free in the World of Warcraft. Now, the good news is that you will not need to be exalted with every faction. Some factions you may choose to completely ignore, but knowing which faction you should dedicate your time and energy to, that is what's going to set you apart from the rest of the crowd. Now, those of you who've watched my guides or videos before probably know that I'm all about efficiency. I always try to format my information in a most compact and brief manner, and I try to avoid having a 40-minute guide, even if it means less watch hours on my channel. I value your time, and I know I would not want to watch a 40-minute guide myself. So here we're going to do it the most efficient and compact way possible. First, to avoid me having to list every single item available through these factions, let's download an add-on. The add-on is called Atlas Loot. Search for Atlas Loot TBC 2026 Anniversary, just like I'm showing on the screen. This is arguably the second best add-on in the game after Questy. Not only does it show what every boss of every raid or every dungeon can drop, it also shows your class's best-in-slot gear for each phase and where to get it. But that's not all, it also shows you every item you're able to get from each faction at each level of reputation. Now the only thing, it's kind of a cluster mess. It's all in a somewhat unfriendly UI where you have to switch between many drop-downs and different tabs. So here is a table that I have created myself to help with that. The table shows each faction and where to get majority of the reputation for them, whether they are a zone faction, a dungeon faction, or a raid faction, and what things do they offer. Yellow is the zone faction, red is the dungeon, and blue is the raid. Now it also shows what type of things they offer, like recipes, pets, mounts, or phase 1, best in slot or pre-best in slot items for what class. Pretty cool, huh? So now, with you being able to see what faction you want to progress with, or what faction should you get attention first, let's talk a little bit about them all. But before we do, I have a huge favor to ask you guys. Well, huge for me and my channel, but click of a button for you. If you find this video at all helpful, interesting, or informative, please return me a solid by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It's free to do, but helps my young channel so much. Also, let me hear some feedback in the comments. I read and respond to every single comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, let's start with the zone factions first. We'll start with the Aldor and the Scryers. Now you can only choose one of the two to get a rep with, so using Atlas Loot, carefully review which faction offers what loot before making a decision, as once you have selected which faction Aldor or Scryers to go with, you won't be able to go back easily. You can switch back, but it'll take you through a difficult and a long chain quest to switch sides. So to gain Aldor rep, you will do quests given by Aldor, and particularly the repeatable quests, the repeatable turn-in quests, turning in these items. Dreadfang Venom Sac from Hated to Neutral, Mark of Kil'jaedan from Neutral to Honored, Mark of Sargeras and Fell Armament from Neutral to Exalted, so don't turn all the Marks of Sargeras and Fell Armament till you're at least Honored, because they're the only item that'll take you to Exalted. For Scryers, very similar. Any and all quests given by them and the repeatable turn-ins of Dumpscale Basilisk Eye, Firewing Signet, and Sunfury Signet. Those will take you to Exalted. Next, Consortium. You can obtain reputation with Consortium in the following ways. You can turn in Oshugan crystal fragments. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these things right. Mana Tombs turn-ins, normal to honored. Mana Tombs heroics, that'll take you to Exalted. Obsidian War Beads and Zaxxas insignias. Ethereum Prisoner ID tags. Ethereum Prisoner key turn-ins. And of course, any quests offered by Consortium faction. Next, we got the Kurenai and the Magar factions. The main difference between them is one is Alliance and another is Horde. To gain reputation with them, of course, do their quests and kill ogres and kill sorrow mobs in the Grand while turning in beads that drop from them. For Netherwing reputation, do quests and gather Netherwing eggs, which drop just from about anything in Shadowmoon Valley. For Ogri'la, just do the quests, including the 3 daily quests. There's nothing to turn in, but the 3 daily quests should do the job. For Sha'tari Skyguard, do quests and kill mobs in Terakar Forest. And do the 2 daily quests where you have to destroy some eggs and rescue some prisoners, while turning in Shadow Dust for a sole repeatable quest available through the Sha'tari Skyguard. For the Sporeggar reputation, there are 10 repeatable quests that you can turn in that will give reputation. Some quests require turn-in of mature spore sacs, bog lore tendrils, fertile spores, sanguine hibiscus, and glowcaps, all found in Zangar Marsh. While other repeatable quests will require violence from you and request that you kill some bog lords and such. For me personally, I enjoyed gaining Sporeggar reputation the most. I don't know why, maybe it's the Zangar Marsh vibes, not sure. For Shattered Sun Offensive reputation, killing mobs in Magister Stera's dungeon and the quests. There are several daily quests for the Shattered Sun Offensive, but the running the dungeon seems to be the most effective and straightforward way to gain the reputation. And for Tranquillien reputation, which is a horde-only faction, just complete quests that give huge chunks of rep. There's no turn-ins and just the quests. All and any quests done for the Tranquillien faction will grant 1000 reputation, so climbing that reputation ranks will be somewhat quick. Now let's talk about the dungeon factions. For Honorhold and Thrallmar reputations, run Hellfire Ramparts, the Blood Furnace, and the Shattered Holes dungeons. For Cenarion Expedition reputation, run the Slave Pens, the Underbog, and the Steam Vault dungeons. For lower city reputations, run Mana Tombs, Akinai Crypts, Shatek Holes, and Shadow Labyrinth. For the Sha'tar reputation, run the Mekanar and the Botanica dungeons. For Keepers of Time reputation, run all Hillsbrad Foothills and the Black Moraz dungeons. And the next and the last, we have the 3 raiding factions. Ashtongue Deathsworn reputation, which you get from running Black Temple. Scale of the Sands reputation from Hyjol Summit. And the Violet Eye from Karajan. And those are all of the new and important Burning Crusade reputations. What do you guys think? Will this be helpful? What factions are you going to go after first? And are you going to try to collect all those rare mounts? Please let me know in the comments below. I read and reply to every single comment. And as always, I will see you in the Outlands. Thank you and good night.